When you guys look at Brunson, and Steve, I'll start with you. What did you make of what you saw from him last night, and what do you think he kind of figured out along the way?
Well, I still don't think he's himself. Some of the normal penetration you see and the moves in the paint. Look, he hit 6 3-pointers yesterday, so he got 30 points. But he wasn't getting to the free throw line like he normally does. He wasn't making the moves and kicking out of the lane like he normally does. I think 2 assists in the game. It's not his whole self, but I think we saw, Jalen Brunson is going to tough it out. Julius Randle is going to tough it out. Jimmy Butler, we think in game 3 is going to tough it out. I think one thing when we talk about this rest, it's not just the 3 ankles that we're worried about. The Heat you saw in game 2, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love, we're not the same players they were in game 1 on a quick turnaround. You got to figure back in game 3, well rested, you're going to get a better effort from those guys too. So the Knicks have to be ready for that.
CP, how about you? What did you make of Brunson?
Yeah, he certainly didn't seem himself to close out 1, and I was watching him intently in game 2 to see how he would be moving on that ankle. Looked like he even tweaked it again in the second quarter when he went down for a little bit. And then on the other side of the ball, the Heat were running him off of screens relentlessly, especially in the first half. And so he seemed a little bit slow there, slow to keep up. But in the second half, he just got to his spots. 13 points in the third quarter. 10 in the fourth, including some clutch buckets in crunch time. He just got to his spots and executed. I mean, some incredible shooting, a fadeaway mid-range jumper, step-back threes. I thought the Knicks did a good job of using him off of the ball as a catch-and-shoot shooter, especially in the fourth quarter as well. And so they did a good job in mixing that up. But it just seems like at this point in time and this point of the year, it seems like everybody's a little bit banged up. Even saw Mitchell Robinson walking around gimpy. So it's going to be a survival of the fittest, and the endurance is going to be a big factor in the series.
And I was impressed with Julius Randle, the way he was able to move around, spraining that left ankle for a second time late in the Cleveland series, and then coming back and playing the way he did in game 2. And to me, you look at him over the past few games, and he's really distributed the ball well, particularly to Knicks players beyond the arc. He found people early on in game 2, and I think that was pivotal. I think he ended up with 8 assists, 25 points, 12 rebounds. So coming back off that sprained ankle and producing like that, his play, particularly in the first half, along with RJ Barrett, was key with Jalen Brunson not being himself, not kind of working his way back there in the first half. So, a lot of people wanted to kind of dismiss Julius Randle or talk about how the Knicks might be better without him. I mean, how much more evidence do you need than last night than what you've seen so far that this Knicks team is better with Julius Randle, with an effective, healthy Julius Randle? I mean, Knicks coaches came into this series even before we knew about Randle's status for game 1, and I was told that they had said Randle's going to be crucial for their success against the Miami Heat this series, and that's proved true. I mean, they lost game 1 without Julius, win game 1 with Julius. It's a little simplistic, it's a little reductive, but Julius just brings a different element to this Knicks team. And I think, Knicks fans, at least, the ones that are anti-Julius after game 2, you have to come off that a little bit. Anyway, getting off my soapbox.